Hey, hey, hey.
What's up?
Hey, hey, hey. That's it.
I see.
I think I accidentally clicked through ahead here.
From what?
From not living in this abandoned building.
You should start by not living in that abandoned building.
Huh? Why? What? What's it to you?
Did you just become upset because I implied there's a problem with your way of life?
What? Yes, actually, I didn't really. I just wondered why.
You want to do right by those around you, right?
Sure.
You should start by treasuring yourself.
I don't understand.
Here. Get a place to stay with this. It should be enough for a cheap business hotel.
Huh? What?
Don't you dare use it for gambling, though. Seriously.
Hold on, Tojo. This is 10,000 yen. That's a lot for a student. There's no way I could take that from you.
It's fine. I got a part-time job, so I actually have more money than you.
Where? A part-time job where? All right.
You know, one of the ones that's part-time.
Got it. Understood. I get that I messed up by haunting this shitty, dirty building, but I still won't take your money.
What will you do then?
I'll talk to my family.
In before, Minato's part-time job is, again, cross-dressing as a maid at a cafe, but coincidentally, doesn't have memories back or anything.
No, just
like, I could make money doing this.
Yep.
You should rent a place then.
Huh?
I'll be your co-signer.
But, I don't really have money right now.
Then you can repay me once you do, and while I'm still alive, I won't rush you. Anyway, remind me, do you know how to play shogi?
Kinda, yeah.
It's kind of boring at the hospital, so play a game with me.
Fuck, you mean I could have just had a relationship with my father this whole time? I'm not gonna forgive you for that other stuff, but, like, we could have had a relationship?
Apparently.
Fuck!
We're both learning things today. I didn't think I could do something so father and son-like with you. I often played shogi with my father, so I was dreaming of the day I got to play it with my own children. And I suppose you can't give up on such things.
Oh. Huh. I lost.
You did. You're pretty good, though.
I used to play a lot.
Oh, with your friends?
With, Toma. Quite often, too. It made me realize something. All my memories involve him.
I feel like I mistreated him. He was so focused on being a well-adjusted person that I couldn't pamper him at all.
Pamper Toma?
He probably wanted to be. He just had a stronger sense of responsibility than most.
He pampered me all the time in the past.
You're his little brother. You shouldn't worry too much about that.
Tell that to my turtleneck. Little brother, huh? The horse portrait. In Toma's room, the horse portrait again. Horses?
Certified brony, Morichika Toma.
Horses, Toma? Really? My little brother.
Which MLP is Toma's favorite?
I don't know anything about MLP.
Okay,
I know that's obscene for a trans person my age, but I legitimately know nothing about My Little Pony.
You passed my test.
I did? Okay.
You passed my saw trap to get you to admit to knowing MLP.
I actually do know one thing.
Yeah?
And that's because people have confused where the name 80% Relatable comes from. They think.
Oh no! What?
So someone thought it was like an off-kilter reference to. Someone explained it to me as they thought it was an off-kilter reference to something, a line from My Little Pony where the punchline was 20% cooler.
Huh.
And they thought we had extrapolated from that to get to 80% relatable. No, that's not where that comes from. If you want to find out what it means, I'm sure I explained it at some point in an earlier episode somewhere. I don't know where it is. Internet's big.
If you want to find out what it means, let me know.
What do you mean? I told you you know what it means. You were there. It was a conversation
Allegedly.
between the two of us.
Allegedly. Can you prove that?
I do not have that phone anymore. I called you on a flip phone when we had that conversation because I was so fucking strident about not having a smartphone.
A likely story.
All right, moving on.
Brothers always had to support and help each other.
Yes, that's what my father has been telling me since I was little. It wasn't a burden. Haruki is important to me, and he helps me as well. The gall to say that.
He placed the children's book he'd been holding back on the desk and let out a sigh. The book was now out of print, and surely neither Niigaki Mairi nor Samejima Satoru knew about it. Morichika Toma was Arisugawa Osamu's sole reader.
I wonder what Arisugawa would say if he saw me as I am now.
Remembering the various lessons he got from talking to him, Toma hung his head.
We really haven't seen a lot of him yet, have we?
Yeah, we haven't seen Osamu, and we haven't seen anything at all to do with Suou Keito. Everybody else has shown up in some capacity
we
or
saw
another.
Arisugawa past Arisugawa.
Right, we did see past Arisugawa in last
Yes,
arc.
we did see we have not seen present day. We have not seen Suou Keito anywhere, and we have not seen what presumably modern day Samejima would be.
Did Arisugawa die?
Maybe? I just thought it was because that's not like, for whatever reason, it's not as focused on this route. But then again, because even Samejima only got like a little bit of appearance.
Yep.
Right. I should have become a hero. Brave, humorous boy, like the kind who appears in Arisugawa Osamu's books. But now, I'm like the evil wizard. I didn't want to know this dirty smile. Toma, what are you thinking?
He remembered Niigaki's enraged shouts as she confronted him in the cold hospital hallway.
You made him bedridden and his health is declining. Are you really his brother?
In a strange twist of fate, Toma's brother had been nice to Niigaki, and she was completely serious about this.
I am. I'll always be his brother, no matter what kind of person I am. And you'll always be my brother, no matter what kind of person he becomes.
It was an area that strangers like Niigaki couldn't step into.
Neither of us can escape that.
It was a connection that had been there since the day they were born.
It is unforgivable.
Why had it turned out like this? The year 2006. A few years had passed since his mother left home for work-related reasons. Though he'd grown, Haruki still struggled with health issues that forced him to visit the hospital on a regular basis. After returning from studying abroad, Toma had begun to live by himself, but he still put in the effort to visit his father regularly. Toma, is life going well for you?
Yes, though I have my hands full with instrument maintenance. I'm sorry that I can't send you money.
Don't worry about me. I'll be happy as long as you live doing what you want to do. A young man could hardly make a living by just playing music. Toma was acutely aware of this and had recently given himself more work in after-school childcare. Though, if it becomes too much, don't hesitate to tell me. Whatever you do, you always have an advantage if you do it early. Please don't forget that.
Huh.
His mother was absent and his brother was sickly. Toma was the only one in this family capable of carrying his father's feelings. By now, he was used to visiting the hospital.
What are you reading?
Oh hey, I'm reading The Moon Over the Mountain. It was touched on during Japanese class, so I got kinda curious.
I see. I brought you a change of clothes. Would you like anything else?
Well, you could stop treating me like a kid. I'm already 16. My balls will drop any day now. There's a library nearby I could borrow books from.
Haruki, sitting in his bed, looked so healthy Toma found it sad he had to be locked in here.
Dad is being treated at home. They say he's going to get better soon.
Oh, I see.
Haruki didn't know what to say. His relationship with their father hadn't been particularly good.
I'm glad to hear it.
Following those blunt words, he shifted focus back to the book in his hand. Toma wasn't able to resume practicing for the competition.
Haruki, huh? Yeah, honestly, we want to discharge him as soon as we can.
When Toma asked the doctor when his brother would be released, almost urging him, the doctor gave an unexpected answer.
What do you mean? Did he cause trouble?
Trouble, you know that he's handsome, right?
I mean, well, sure.
We received a report that his looks may have charmed our nurses a little bit.
What?
Not that he's at fault, he's just sinfully handsome face, you know? Those 16-year-old kids. Oh man, they don't know what they're doing with those really hot looks charming our adult nurses. It's all the kids' fault, you know what I mean?
I will pass that over to him and tell him to tone down his sinfully attractive face.
Glad he's such a reliable brother. Hey, try not to stress him out though, alright?
Of course. Thank you. You asked me not to treat you like a kid, but you still are, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. The book you recommended was pretty good. You got any more?
Toma heard his brother's voice next to the sound of the wind blowing in through the window. He seemed to be talking over the phone Toma had brought him so they could match their schedules.
Oh, you really know what I like, huh? No, I never heard of that one. Oh, it's a movie, okay.
Was it a friend? It had been a while since Toma saw him have a friendly conversation with someone else. The relief made him smile.
I wonder if they have it at the video store. The director's latest work is also coming out soon. I'd love to go see it if I'm discharged at the right time. I'm all good, so don't worry too much, Mom.
Toma felt like time had frozen in place. What? Who? What did his brother say just now? Even after the call was done, and even though a pleasant wind caressed Toma's cheek, he was immobilized for a good while.
Haruki, you're in contact with Mom.
Those words Toma hesitantly squeezed out were met with an awkward smile from Haruki.
I mean, well, don't tell Dad, okay?
The lip Toma bit into was dry, which fanned the flames of his irritation. There was a question in his mind. Why?
Since when?
Huh? Well, since 2 years ago, I think. She visited me at the hospital once.
Toma questioned why he was the only one who...
Where is she?
Huh? Well, Nagano, obviously.
Toma had never heard of that.
She wanted to meet you too, you know.
In that case, why had she not come back when their father collapsed?
Be great to live with her soon, huh?
He barely recognized this boy. Was this man really his brother? Was he actually Morichika Haruki?
Ah.
Next thing he knew, a strange scent filled the sterilized room. The scent of strong perfume, mixed with the smell of half-dried cloth, gave him a headache like no other. The face of this man before him seemed to twist and warp.
Hey, bro, looks like you're having a normal one.
So in case you're curious, the CGs are indeed done by the same person. It's just this game was done over such an incredibly long period of time that there is some inherent stylistic shift in change.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long?
Several years. Someone commented, I think in the Discord on the last episode we did.
Oh, when you said an incredibly long period of time, I thought you were going to say like 20 years or something.
No, I think they said like 8 years,
Okay.
which is still a really appreciable amount of time. But don't quote me on that. Like, go find a second source for that.
I love his angry eyebrows. He's so mad.
Look at my angry eyebrows. What have you done to them? Ugh, and after I got that surgery that turned all my teeth into one shining plate, one single tooth per hemisphere. It's so much easier to floss when you have no individual teeth. Brushing is a bitch, though.
Toma!
The distorted shape that appeared in its place made him want to scream.
Who are you?
Wait, what do you mean? Don't you remember the flesh we ate together? I'm MAMIYA, Toma.
No. You're not the MAMIYA I believed in.
Toma's hands couldn't stop shaking. His cells, the MAMIYA that had become his flesh, were speaking to his senses. Now that he himself had become proof of MAMIYA's existence, his survival instincts were telling him that tolerating false MAMIYAs would make the MAMIYA he believed in vanish.
Get out of my brother, you devil!
Huh, get out. But your brother is exactly the MAMIYA you can't tolerate.
An awful stench made him want to throw up.
Why, Haruki? MAMIYA isn't like this. The MAMIYA that saved me.
Wouldn't try to seduce the nurses? Wouldn't talk to his mother without his brother's knowledge?
Huh.
Well, I'm a poor young sickly and bored boy with tons of free time. So, let it slide, will ya?
Toma wondered, was he not a poor boy too, simply because he was born healthy?
Maybe see if they can give me that surgery that makes my balls finally drop. It's like an orchiectomy, but they keep them intact. Just get them kind of like detached from wherever they're stuck in there, you know what I mean? You're the big bro here, so let me have this, yeah?
What?
Snow was quickly falling.
So Toma is mad because he didn't realize his mother was in contact with Haruki. And Haruki is like, wait, yeah, I thought you knew.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Toma, my man.
On an uninhabited island to the north of Great Britain. Haruki and Toma were both humans. A feeling that was hidden by layers upon layers of fallen snow, never to be seen, became a silent poison as it overflowed into the surface.
I didn't become your brother because I wanted to.
The treasure island began rotting away and collapsed.
Huh? What? Bro?
The brother-like thing looked at Toma with an uneasy expression.
I hope you get healthy sooner than later.
This was the first day he acknowledged the existence of the poison that had accumulated within him. It was a malice that had been growing for many years. It started even before he devoured MAMIYA's flesh. The thing he'd pretended wasn't there was now sneaking out of his stomach and corrupting the spaces between his muscles.
I'll turn it all into a joke.
It became flowing blood,
Every single thing.
and gradually recolored his cells.
That's what's just right.
When he next opened his eyes, he was dominated by a feeling of omnipotence from head to toe. He himself became like a poison.
Haruki, there's something I can only discuss with you.
One day, he called Haruki to the hospital's desolate waiting room. This was also the smoking area. There was no sunlight here, and a damp air stuck to Haruki's throat.
Recently I've been worried about the way Dad's using his money.
Toma created multiple lies and spoke them with meekness that made it all sound true. As Toma spoke, Haruki got scared and nodded with a serious expression on his face.
I had no idea.
I can't blame you. You're mostly bedridden after all.
You're going through all this bad stuff and I can't do anything to help.
Toma felt those words were very true.
What do you think I should do, Haruki? I'm at a loss.
Looking like he was driven into a corner, Haruki thought a while before carefully speaking up.
How about we talk to Mom? She should be the only one who can stop this, right?
Right, there's her, but I haven't talked to her in so many years.
I'll do it. I can try and convince her to come back, yeah? Don't you worry about a thing, alright?
I'm counting on you, Haruki.
Do you want her number or something? Like, I could just give it to you, you know? If you want to talk to Mom, you can do that whenever you want. Just in case you were thinking about some kind of elaborate scheme. I just, You can do that.
Toma patted him on the shoulder as though making him carry his wish.
You're the only one who can keep this family secure.
Haruki had been protected by others for so long that being relied upon filled him with motivation.
Oh, is this what he meant by you said something weird to Mom? Toma cajoled him into saying something that was completely untrue and then denied it later. Is that what's happening here?
The beautiful, harmonious sound of a string instrument resounded in Toma's head, supporting him. A man?
Yes. Turns out Haruki has been staying in touch with Mother in secret. And that's what he told me.
Toma, you absolute bastard.
We haven't seen each other in years. There's nothing strange about it.
Aren't you upset? You give so much for this family and then she goes and betrays it. She didn't even call you back when you collapsed. Haruki's no better. He doesn't think about the family either.
Toma, we still don't know if that's true. I'll talk to her myself.
Dad.
All he needed was a chance. Like a castle built on sand, this family would be weathered by the elements and inevitably crumble. He heard his father arguing over the phone. You may not like me, but you didn't have to involve our sons in... You left for the sake of your own ego. Haruki has nothing to do with this. Someone who wasn't there during tough times can't claim to be part of the family. It was just a push.
But you're the one who made it, Haruki.
Venus assumed an emotional color and filled the dark room.
So it seemed like they were separated, but that was kind of like enough for them at that point.
Yep.
Right? Like they were separated, but they were like, okay, that's fine. We can move on with our lives. And then Toma incited his brother to saying something that made it so that way there's no chance of it being repaired ever again. Or
Yep.
no chance of any kind of... Wow. Toma, you're kind of a jerk, buddy.
The solitary flame of the burning candle on the desk gave rise to the outline of objects. The glaring, shining fire was beautiful, resembling both a sluggish hatred and a slow-acting poison.
You destroyed this family. Anyway, I guess I'm coming here to you for a surrogate mother figure now.
Hello, Haruki. Sorry for the wait.
Oh, hey, thanks. It, smells great.
Can you tell? I used tea leaves we kept specifically for guests. I'm happy you visited again.
Huh.
On a weekday afternoon, Morichika Haruki was enjoying tea with Natsume Souichirou's mother. Oh, looks like the muffins are done. Give me a moment.
Sure.
Why? Why is my mother having a good time with my friend?
It's not your mother anymore, me.
Has Natsume's mom got it going on?
I mean, okay, like, if you want an honest answer here, the answer is probably her son has died. She knew like Natsume, by her own admission, never really brought friends home. And so getting to know some of his friends after he's died and still had, like, clearly the Souichirou's are okay in that they're not going to be, like, they're not going to, like, their lives are not in jeopardy over Natsume's passing, but it's clear that by having some of his old friends around, they can kind of learn more about their son now that they'll never get the chance again, right?
Yep.
Like, that's not irrational.
It's embarrassing. Stop it.
The weather sure is nice, huh?
Even Morichika Haruki seemed to feel awkward.
Never thought I'd be having tea with some guy's wifey, huh?
Don't call my mother that.
Not your mother, Buckshot.
Haruki, would you like banana or chocolate muffins?
Huh? Whoa! What? Chocolate, please? Obvious. Wait, hear me out. Chocolate chips in the banana muffins. Yeah? Natsume's room, huh? It's as empty as it was before. It's like It's like no one ever lived here. The only worldly thing here is Mina's photo. He didn't even read books, huh? It's like his personality is just kind of a blank slate that makes him a convenient MacGuffin for the rest of us as characters. God, what's it feel like having your son be a living MacGuffin?
His bookshelf is right here. She opened a sliding door that exposed a bookshelf, promptly shutting Haruki up.
Well, I mean, sure.
If you see a book you're interested in, I can let you borrow it.
Could I?
Of course, as long as it isn't too much for you.
I could have just gotten a library card, but, this is more complicated.
Natsume's mother left the room, and Morichika Haruki put on a curator's face as he looked over the covers as if judging them.
All right, time to judge Natsume's bookshelf. What's he got on there? Died probably 2012 at the latest, so there's your cutoff.
I have no idea.
Huh. No longer human, huh?
He looked so prim and proper doing it that I felt ill at ease.
I was so tense. Hear me? Oh, hey, Wind Up Bird Chronicle. That's great. Imagine a porn mag popped out while she was in here.
Wait, that's why you had that face?
But man, he was a pretty avid reader, huh?
Natsume Souichirou's bookshelf mostly gave home to translated books by foreign authors.
Oh, so I was completely wrong. Okay, great.
There was some manga, though, along with philosophical works and picture compilations, which immediately caught Haruki's eye.
Huh.
As he cracked a faint smile, his finger stopped on one book's title.
Wait, what the? MAMIYA?
Do we do the air horns for, like, the metafiction moments?
So that's interesting. Why would Mamiya have something to do with Natsume Souichirou's life?
Why? It's weirder if Mamiya didn't, isn't it? Otherwise, it's just sheer coincidence that the Pink House group and the 2012 groups are related.
You're right. That would be weird. Objection retracted.
Natsume Souichirou has a copy of Arisugawa's book, where he tried.
Oh, so Arisugawa... There we go.
Told you.
I was under the impression that Arisugawa had never written the book.
That was in the other timeline. We don't know necessarily if that... And apparently, it wasn't the case in this timeline.
All right.
In this weird mashed up timeline, he did indeed get around to writing it.
Mamiya, written by Arisugawa Osamu.
Just as we were talking about him not showing up in these routes.
It's like he knew.
Hey, I know that name. It's a children's book, right? Even I know it. It's hardly odd for Natsume to have it, I guess.
A name he didn't care about when he was younger suddenly caught his attention.
Is it a coincidence, though? It's not an uncommon name. There's nothing suspicious about it, right?
Still, he wasn't able to shake off the unease in his heart.
Huh.
He sat down on Natsume's bed and opened the book.
Ah.
His hand as he was holding it was shaking.
It's not a coincidence.
Reading it gave him a clear answer.
My Mamiya and this Mamiya are probably one and the same, aren't they?
What was this book? And why did Natsume have it? What did he know of the mysterious entity Mamiya? You will now become Mamiya's corpse and go to sleep here.
Oh.
He got chills down his spine, as if someone had just touched some ice to his neck.
Mamiya's corpse.
He had a bad feeling about this. What's wrong, Haruki?
I have a question that may sound kind of rude, but
Oh, no need to hold back. Ask away.
it's about Natsume's death. After he died, it took a while to find him because he was deep in a forest where few people ever went, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Where is that place exactly? Huh. Aha.
Morichika Haruki took a firm step.
What's going on? Why here? You really don't know.
But it's where your corpse is buried.
This is the forest where Toma strangled me.
Why? Why is this happening? Why is Mamiya's grave and Natsume Souichirou's place of death the exact same location?
Is Natsume somehow Keito? That doesn't track.
It kind of, sort of does.
It rhymes so much.
This the thing is, remember, Suou Keito couldn't be around during Natsume Souichirou's funeral, right?
Yep.
And remember, there's also this weird thing where Suou Keito's dream diary contains, like, some of these stories, right? And the idea that somehow Suou Keito was the author of this. It could be that Natsume Souichirou is Suou Keito's Marty stew that gets people to care about him after his death. Just a thought. I don't know. Man, every time a new song pops up in this, I'm like, jamming.
Gotta love those royalty-free jams.
Honestly, great selection. They did a great job picking. I would legitimately listen to this soundtrack in my own time.
Morichika Haruki put strength into the legs he used to support himself, and not into the other legs.
Who's got plenty of extras?
You will now become Mamiya's corpse and go to sleep here. The corpse resting here belongs to Mamiya. And Toma was telling me to become Mamiya.
Why was Natsume Souichirou, why was I, found at Mamiya's grave?
You're not Natsume Souichirou anymore, me. You gotta stop with that.
What was I doing right before my death? Why did I die here? It's about me, and I can still hardly believe any of this. And I'm afraid of finding out.
Hey, Mamiya, what's this all about?
Morichika Haruki shouted as loud as he could, but the girl didn't show herself.
Damn it, why isn't she showing herself when it matters? What's the relationship between you and this grave, Natsume? And Natsume.
Natsume's bookshelf contained a children's book about Mamiya. If he'd come to this place after reading the book...
Did Natsume also know Mamiya?
I didn't. No, I'm not sure. I don't remember anything. Why do I have memories as Natsume Souichirou, but don't remember Mamiya? Am I really Natsume Souichirou?
It's a great question, buddy. It's a great question. Or were you Natsume Souichirou's Mamiya?
A darkness dwelled in the region of my heart that my name was taken from. I was overcome
Wait, what if you're Natsume Souichirou's Mamiya? Everyone sees him as someone different, right?
I was thinking, what if he's Suou Keito's Mamiya? The one Mamiya that we don't get anything like a description
Yep.
or appearance of.
Yep. That could absolutely be it.
And it's like, oh shit,
That
I'm not
would mean you
actually
have
a
to learn how to
person.
do this voice.
I'm not actually a person at all. I am the imaginary friend of this other guy who died.
Yep. Oh, lots of that going around.
I was overcome by the sensation of losing ground beneath my feet and being left floating. Then, who am I? As though responding to the chaos, the weather turned increasingly violent. An intense rain poured down on the forest. The wet ground seemed to melt. It felt like it could consume you.
Lightning.
A raging flash beyond the window illuminated Morichika Toma's side profile. An immense, inhuman sound ravaged the musician's trained eardrums. How easy it would be if things could be conveyed without words, like how it was for this lightning. The blinding light of Tokyo Tower from his recent memories was hurting his eyes.
Even if you're suffering, it's far better to be in stagnation than to cry for help and receive the painful realization that it's reaching no one. Bro! If only you didn't exist. It's all because of you that It's all your fault. It's all your fault, you unfair weakling. You can't live by yourself, yet you don't rely on anyone. That's despite the fact that everyone wants you to be happy. If only we were strangers.
Brothers were one of a kind.
If only we were.
How long had he spent hanging his head? His fingers turned cold as the shadows of the dried ends of his hair fell on his cheeks. Morichika Haruki ran through his memories, starting with that day at the hospital. Call me Mamiya.
Mayuri made me call herself Mamiya.
I am Mamiya.
The illusion that appeared after Natsume had died called itself Mamiya.
You will now become Mamiya's corpse and go to sleep here.
Toma wants me to die as Mamiya.
On his knees, he gently touched the ground, hiding a corpse.
Just what is Mamiya? Natsume, were you aware of the truth behind Mamiya? Also, if you died here, did they just leave your body here? What? That feels weird, right?
The rain, falling in the dark, trickled down his skin.
I was about to say, like, wait, timeline doesn't work on that, and then I remembered. You're smushed. Doesn't fucking matter. You're smushed.
What? Oh.
Did you already read this one and I just...
Yeah.
Okay.
The dead and the fictitious both remained silent, refusing to utter a single word.
Answer me, Natsume.
I guess I will, then.
Huh?
A response that should never have come. Through the hair sticking over his eyes, he saw a silhouette. Why? It was a person who shouldn't have been there. The soil, colored by countless fates, was awakened in the back of the conscious mind.
Who the fuck are you?
There's that face again.
I am your friend, Natsume Souichirou.
Hello there. Natsume Souichirou.
Huh.
Interesting. Oh my god, what? Maybe indeed Natsume Souichirou never really existed and was just a part of the story. Explain kind of why, like, there is a family for him, but it's kind of ill-defined, right? Kind of like Natsume Soichirou's apartment. It's just kind of like what the story expects to be there. And when you start looking at it, you realize there's this stunning lack of detail, right? Huh.
It's been a while, Haruki.
Natsume!
Who is this?
What do you mean, who is this? It's you without a trench coat.
He looks nothing like me. Practically unrecognizable.
And the hair is slightly less scraggly, right? But, like, the outfit's the same. It's just the trench coat, the gloves, the hair that looks like it's been washed at some point in the past couple days.
Oh.
No, wait, no scar.
Natsume Soichirou's mullet.
No bandage, right?
Well, why? You're supposed to be dead.
They say people often appear where they die.
So, you're Natsume's ghost?
The mysterious youth didn't deny or confirm that. He only smiled. Are you surprised, or do you not even believe that I'm a ghost?
I'm here dealing with fucking fiction. Ghost won't surprise me. Also, you were kind of like a ghost already, so, you know.
I used to get that a lot. Me? Wait, did I become able to perceive Natsume Souichirou because I stopped being Natsume and became me?
So why'd you show up now, of all times?
Because I'm your friend. You need help, right?
Huh.
So, what do you want from this cafe?
Mina did go back to work. What? Oh wait, no, is this a flashback?
Hey, it's not me, it's Natsume.
He what? What about Natsume?
Yeah, I should have guessed you wouldn't see him.
Morichika Haruki looked away with a sad expression. Late December, northern wind passing by, hymns echoing through the church. Most of his memories with Natsume Souichirou were beautiful and silent. He was a person like the air. He was supposed to be there, but you wouldn't realize if he wasn't.
Yeah, right? Like he's it's kind of like that does kind of fit that vague feeling, right? It's like this entire time the idea of Natsume Souichirou has been less of a character and more of just a way to bring people together.
Natsume Souichirou was that kind of man. Ah, Mina!
Huh.
And yet now... You're so cute, Mina. I'm so happy I got to see you again.
Huh.
Me? Are you talking to me?
Huh.
Hey, Haruki, are you free at 8 on the weekend? There's a performance and,
Shut it.
Ow. You have business, right? Can it wait until the end of my shift?
So it looks like Mina did indeed kind of remember who they were and is doing this again?
Or my much funnier theory is true.
Mina was like, hey, this looks like a place where I could probably do this.
Yeah.
I've already got the uniform, I guess.
Closet's still locked, doesn't realize, already has the uniform, goes and picks out another one in the same name again.
Sure it can. Mina's working here again, huh? That's cool. That's cool.
You're transgender? Wow, cool.
I will point out the game has taken very, very large pains to never actually clarify how Tojo Minato thinks of themselves. And I think that's beautiful.
Did Mina take some time off?
Yeah, something like that, buddy.
Haruki exhaled some smoke and made a light chuckle.
I happen to know a Mina that you don't, so...
Haruki wondered why the hell he was competing with a ghost.
So, it's not like you came here to take a gander at Mina, right?
Well, that's kinda it.
Huh? You goddamn!
It's a joke, I'm just joking. Well, I'm actually not, I'm only half serious.
So what's the other half?
Well, you want to know about MAMIYA, don't you?
Well, yes, actually. I almost got killed in his name, so I would like to know more about them.
Come with me. And bring Tojo.
So wait, you did know? You did know?
It's unclear.
Help me understand you.
Morichika Haruki and Tojo Minato stood before Natsume's grave. I met up with Toma, but he kinda avoided the matter.
You got mad at him for me?
Yeah? You think I shouldn't have?
You're something else, man.
Souichirou's grave.
Sorry, I just really want to go say hi to him, you know?
He still wasn't buried, but if you don't mind that.
They just left his body.
My grave. Looking back, they said they would bury me after a month. What did they want with an empty grave, though?
I don't know. A grave doesn't have to be full to be like a powerful way to connect you with someone, right? I'm just like, no, literally. Like, there are some people who have graves who their bodies were never there, and that doesn't make it meaningless to go to their grave.
My new life goal is to get a grave with a cool tombstone, but while I'm very much still alive, so I can go hang out there and like have tea parties.
That is incredibly based. I know some people have like their grave spots picked out while they're still alive. I'm pretty sure my parents already have like a grave spot in the town they live in now.
I'm gonna start hosting a yearly wake, just in case.
Jesus Christ.
In case I'm sixth sensing everybody and I didn't know it.
Yeah, good call.
Welcome to my grave. That said, it's still empty right now.
So why the hell would you call us here?
I want to tell you about Natsume Souichirou's life.
Huh.
Natsume Souichirou. Born in 1995, he could hear the voices calling for MAMIYA since he was 4 years old.
Huh? Born in 1995?
Yeah. Right.
And what they wanted from me was help.
I'd prefer it if you didn't interfere anymore.
MAMIYA, you!
Such a shame. I was about to take Haruki to the Trichiliocosm. MAMIYA wants help from you. I have never once wished for that. We're not the ones who get help, we're the ones who save others.
Are you MAMIYA? Oh, you're just like the one in the book.
Meanwhile, Tojo's like, okay, listen, I understand something important's happening here, but I'm just gonna vibe. You let me know when you're done.
Tojo's just like, you've done a really good job not asking prying questions about my weird bullshit. So I'm gonna patiently wait for your weird bullshit and not ask prying questions. That's called friendship. Just like... Don't act like you know anything about MAMIYA.
Natsume, you could see her? But only I should be able to see this MAMIYA.
It looks like I'm not the only one who sees her, too.
Oh, dicks.
Hello, Minato. Have you been well?
Turning around, Haruki saw Tojo Minato exchanging a look with the girl, his face all pale.
Tojo! Wait, why? The MAMIYA illusion isn't yours alone.
Haruki faced the source of the voice and felt a stick touch the tip of his nose.
Oh, why is yours? Oh, shit. What?
There was a strange child wearing a tailcoat and a gas mask.
Bro? Why the fuck are you here?
He'd never seen this person before, but he couldn't help but feel that it was Morichi Katoma.
Hey, what's going on here, MAMIYA? What's the connection between...
Oh, that means Tojo is currently seeing the Igaki, right?
Oh, you should have realized it during the dinner. Everything is connected ever since the day of his funeral.
You shut up, you moe blob.
That's goddamn right. You can't stay mad at me. My face is too wide.
Yeah, I'll make it wider.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
What?
Can we get her have a nipa?
Nipa.
I've never felt so threatened in my life. It's been connected since Natsume's funeral?
With a small hand, MAMIYA caressed the still empty grave. Ah! The next moment a numbness came over me.
Hey, Natsume, where'd you disappear to?
Dead men tell no tales, do they? Now, let's go, Haruki. You will be buried by warm sheets and doze off into sleep. I'm sure it'll be more pleasant than sleeping in a womb.
What the? That's not pleasant. I mean, unless you're supposed to be, but like,
If you tried to do it after that, it'd be very... It doesn't work. I think I understand what you're trying to say, but it doesn't work that way.
It was so hot, I felt like my body was on fire. Despite that, my fingers felt as cold as absolute zero. I had to watch what happened to Morishika Haruki, but... Interesting.
Interesting. This is another choice point where I'm not sure I really understand what the,
I feel like we only have a good read on Toma and nobody else, and
on
for obvious...
Tojo?
Sorry, on Tojo and
Yeah.
nobody else, and for obvious reasons.
And I feel like we kind of had like a cheat code for that one.
Yeah.
It's like, how do I express myself without, maybe like, I'm having trouble expressing myself in a way that people find okay.
And everybody else is just a fucking puzzle. I don't fucking know what Haruki needs.
Okay, so So this is me.
Is it?
I thought it was me. Who's on first?
What's on second? Unhappy Abbott and Costello moment. All right.
I feel like enduring it by oneself is not going to go good. So let's
I
do
feel
that
like
one.
I feel like endure it by myself is a bad end. So let's try it.
Naturally, it'll get us a CG.
And I chose to endure this.
Get your hands off of Natsume's grave.
Ah,
It's not something you should touch.
Morishika Haruki gently put his palm on the grave.
Forget sleeping. Right now, I want nothing more than uncover the mystery behind his death in MAMIYA.
You're so cool.
Settle down, me.
Way cooler and better at being a detective than I used to be.
I don't know, you got a good trench coat.
Heh.
Huh. So you're no longer a clueless child, are you, short
Wow,
stack?
I sounded like you.
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
So you're no longer a clueless child.
Settle down, short stack.
I'm not a child either. I'm the wrong voice too.
And that's fine.
I'm not a child either. Tell us everything, Mamiya. Tell us what kind of ties brought us here.
It has nothing to do with you.
What? This isn't just about Morishika. I'm telling you, I'm joining in. It's fine, isn't it? It wasn't fair until now. I'll reveal everything to you, Haruki, you grave robber. Along with the empty grave and the pain.
At the same time, Niigaki Mayuri and Morishika Toma were at Mamiya's grave.
I got this book from Haruki. Did you know about it?
Yes, I did.
Arasagara actually wrote it. He was able to write about Mamiya. Coming here always reminds me of the end of the 20th century, whether I like it or not. We only wanted to see Mamiya. So why did we become Mamiya and try to make others acknowledge that Mamiya existed?
You yourselves became MAMIYA.
And your souls were chosen by Mamiya and accepted Mamiya. Chosen and accepted, but I simply called Toma Mamiya sometimes. That's it. And that's enough. All that matters is that we added thoughts that are positive to the framework of Mamiya.
So, it's like that thing, right? A meme? Like, not like a modern sense of the meme, like the old, like the Dawkins version of the meme.
Yeah, Dawkins' silly little drawings, posted on Dig.
Listen, I know he's a jerk, but
And so you got me to acknowledge you as Mamiya. What of it?
Both of you became Mamiya as well.
What do you mean?
To get someone else to acknowledge that MAMIYA existed. Oh no. To increase the number of MAMIYA.
Huh?
It's like a pyramid scheme. Or an MLM. They wanted us to be intermediaries too.
I don't know what this has to do with Marxism, Leninism, Maoism.
No, it's men loving men.
Oh, there can be some of that.
They wanted to make us participate in the spreading the meme of MAMIYA.
Mimiya, if you will.
I will not.
did you also have the thing where for the longest time I thought the word meme was pronounced meme?
I did not.
Oh, that was just me.
That's wonderful, though.
I was a child at the time. Give me a break.
I had lots of other words that I mispronounced embarrassingly, though, so...
That's fine.
All in order to share the illusion with more people and make it more firm.
I did it to Haruki. And you did it to Minato. We both instilled our mamiyas into them. I believe that this would assure a happy ending. I believed in it, and yet...
By acknowledging Toma as Mamiya, I was instilled with Mamiya myself. I get that much. But then why? Why did Niigaki assault me? It's not unrelated, right? Even now, I feel like you're Niigaki, and I'm really scared. Oh my!
Right, I was curious about that too. They instilled the same Mamiya, so why did Morichika Toma assault Morichika Haruki?
Because Mayuri and Toma didn't like the same mamiya.
Huh?
The mamiya that Mayuri instilled in me, and the mamiya that Toma instilled in you, are different things of the same kind.
What do you mean?
Created a discrepancy in the things they believed in.
Right, you sure are smart, Morichika Haruki.
Thanks, Toots. Christianity is a single religion, but it has lots of denominations, right? There's even been wars between them.
So you're saying that even though they believe in the same Mamiya, there's discrepancies that lead to conflict?
I'm guessing that. Toma couldn't tolerate the mamiya that Mayuri instilled in me.
Then they should have fought between themselves from the start. Why did they have to drag us into this?
Probably because they didn't know back then.
Huh?
Mamiya had no shape at that time, right? It's only after instilling mamiyas in us that they'd become able to see the mamiyas of other people. Something like that. It's sad, but such comparisons can only be made after you see them in human form. If only we could have done like Arsugawa did with that book, and use some different form. It's too late now, isn't it? Basically, this is the timeline. 1. Mamiya the Illusion appears before Mayuri and Toma's group, gets close to them as friends, and then goes on to disappear. 2. Mayuri and Toma become Mamiya themselves, and instill Mamiya in us. 3. Upon seeing the Mamiya within me, and how different it was from his own, Toma snaps. 4. Years pass, and your Mamiya illusions suddenly appear alongside Mayuri and Toma. And this is where we are now.
Thanks, that helped me digest it. I had no idea I was caught up in something so complicated.
We're not even at the important part yet, though.
Morichika Haruki looked right at the two illusions.
Yeah, you two. Don't you go going anywhere now. Mamiya doesn't exist. Why are you acting like Mamiya's corpse does? Back at the end of the century, what was it that Mayuri and Toma did to become Mamiya?
Something that can only be done with a corpse?
Since ancient times, there haven't been too many kinds of rituals that lead to assimilation.
Why do you look so menacing like that?
I don't look menacing, I look cute.
Yeah, menacing. What I said. Eating.
Yes, we ate Mamiya's flesh.
But sorry.
That's contradictory.
You're correct. The contradiction calls for an establishment of consistency.
But how? All will be consistent if we eat the flesh of a Mamiya with a real body. It doesn't matter who. Now,
Oh, no, go ahead.
now a question. Who in this world is a Mamiya that possesses flesh?
Oh. Dicks.
You're saying that's us, huh? Mamiya's chosen? What a fucked up paradox, huh? Is that why you told me to enter the grave? So you could eat my flesh as Mamiya's?
Our original mistake wasn't calling ourselves Mamiya to Haruki and Minato, but eating Mamiya's flesh right here. That was the ultimate turning point. And Mamiya doesn't even exist.
Then... real quick now. Whose flesh did we eat? Also, I was in the hospital for weeks after that with some bloodborne illnesses. What sin are we shouldering right now? You have your own sins, and you'll no longer be able to shift the blame on the flesh you devoured. Are you alright with that? Neither of us can turn back now. We strayed from the path, and have no choice but to keep treading the trail of beasts. And those trails have their own rules to them, after all. This game began long ago, and the pair is you and me. Don't get in the way. We're both going to hell, but you don't want to return to the earth, do you?
We have no choice but to follow this path now that we misstepped. That's just like how this one time I accidentally shortchanged someone at the grocery store, and that's why I now have to violate each and every one of the Geneva Conventions.
I mean, it just checks out.
Didn't you disappear?
After they were done explaining, the Mamiyas disappeared. Tojo Minato then began feeling ill and went home. As Haruki stood alone before the grave, his dead friend appeared again. You moved Mamiya's hand aside, so I'm probably fine.
Probably, huh?
I'm sure I'll move on by the end of December.
Oh, yeah. Who are you to Mamiya, anyway?
For a long time now, I have been receiving voices that were seeking Mamiya. Mamiya, where are you? Hey, Mamiya, such sorrowful calls came to me. Since then, I started gradually looking into Mamiya. Arisugawa Osamu's book was one of my resources. I actually wanted to contact the author himself, but that didn't work out.
So wait, is Arzugawa just straight up dead in 2012?
I have to wonder, they've very carefully not said either way.
Yeah.
But it seems like folks have at least twice expressed wanting to
And then
contact
inability.
him and an inability. So either he's dead or he moved to Kansas.
Kansas specific. Either he's dead or he's in like inaccessible island somewhere. Right?
Could you touch his grave again?
Huh?
It's like a little spell to prevent you from dying as Mamiya. With this, you're now halfway in my grave.
Huh?
Oh,
Damn, who let you?
if I didn't do this, you'd become Mamiya and be dragged into that forest. It's okay, my other half. You won't die.
Huh? What?
Touch my grave.
What?
Touch it harder. They seek to be saved. I want you to grant them salvation in my stead. Only you can do it, Morichika Haruki.
Me? Save Toma, but there's no way I...
No, you can do it. After all, you are my friend.
Well, ain't that the nicest damn thing anyone's ever said to me?
Once again, we picked exactly wrong and got the right choice.
Winter Serig. Winter Serig. Sorry. No N in there.
Morichika Toma tried to sleep, only to wake up again and again. Behind his eyelids, Tokyo Tower kept shining again and again. He got up and took out the tiny bottle he kept deep in his drawer.
But this really ends it all? Hey, Mamiya.
His face, reflected by the bottle, looked like he could die this very moment.
To turn even suffering into a joke.
We live in a society.
We do live in a society after all.
As I am right now, I'm able to punish Morichika Toma. If he begs Mamiya for help, I could even become Mamiya myself. However, that would go against my current morals. Interesting.
All right, time for us to once again windmill slam the wrong answer.
No, I think this one's easier.
Is it?
I feel like introducing ourselves as Mamiya is definitely the wrong answer.
Yeah, let's try it. And get the CG instantly.
So even as an adult, you still consult me, Mamiya.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? Mamiya, are you there?
Knowing this was unforgivable, I introduced myself as Mamiya. That was the only way I could think of to stop Morichika Toma. Yes, I've been watching you all along.
I always wanted to ask. What do you think of me as I am now? Please tell me that what I'm doing is right.
Knowing him, he would cling even to a fake Mamiya. It may be possible to make it so that he wouldn't meet with Morichika Haruki. Toma, what you're doing is wrong. Mamiya doesn't want you to involve Morichika Haruki. After I said that, a long silence fell on him.
I see.
One moment, I heard him slowly stand up. The next, I heard the door close. Morichika Toma, did he go outside? In this stormy weather? I rushed to chase after him. Morichika Toma was running frantically, not minding the rain falling on him. Morichika Toma, where are you going? His abnormal state made me stop him by grabbing his shoulders. The time between lightning flashes and thunder was brief. In other words, lightning strikes were happening right next to us.
I was wrong. The weakness of my heart, its ugliness. All of it was a mistake. I knew I was wrong, but after I started, I was unable to turn back. It's all because I ate Mamiya's flesh.
That pained scream was directed at me, the one who claimed to be Mamiya.
Wanted at least Mamiya to approve of it, even if it was a lie.
Toma?
I lose my reason to stand here. I have no choice but to act like none of it ever happened.
In that moment, the scenery burst open with an intense sound. Lightning struck the man in the back. Morichika Toma? Morichika Toma collapsed like a marionette that had its strings cut.
Bro!
Morichika, he was struck by lightning, lost consciousness, and has been like this ever since.
Hey! Don't you dare die on me! You open your eyes! Don't you dare die after acting all big and tough! So many things I gotta talk to you about. Ugh. Yo, what? That worked, bro?
Morichika Toma, you're awake!
Excuse me. Could you tell me the way to the bus stop? I need to go look after my brother. Wait, what the hell are you saying?
Can you tell us your name and how old you are?
Huh? Well, alright, yes. I'm Morichika Toma, and I'm 17.
Oh, great, amnesia. A lot of that going around in this hospital.
Oh my god, why does this keep happening specifically to people I know?
With the body of a man of 30 years.
Myri, I don't like you, but make sure you keep your head safe. What? I mean, alright.
Morichika Toma woke up believing he was 17.
You gotta be shitting me. First Tojo loses his memory, now Toma's memories get reverted to when he was 17? Is all this just karma getting back at me for neglecting my life up until now? Man, I need to get it together, huh?
As an amnesiac, Morichika Toma became strangely attached to Morichika Haruki. He had completely forgotten even the fact that he was older than his younger brother. And the younger brother didn't know how to feel about the older one relying on him like an easygoing youth. Morichika Haruki decided to take Morichika Toma to their mother in his current state.
Be lying if I said I didn't want to get revenge on him. I wanted him to experience that same grief and bury him in his inescapable loneliness. I wanted him to feel like he was underground, being walked on by people who didn't even notice him.
Lightning struck in the distance. We didn't want to be targets of sympathy, people others would call poor boys.
That person looked at me like I'm impressive. Heh, no surprise there, huh? How should I have responded to that? Morichika, could you tell me? Cut it out!
He didn't show fear and continued talking.
I'm sorry, but...
Haruki, you can't sleep. The way he pitifully grasped snow reminded Haruki of the time Toma fixed his sheet in the hospital room when he was little.
As you are now, I can't do anything to or for you.
Please don't say that. Using words makes me so uneasy.
Wait, what? Using words makes you uneasy?
That question, the fact that he could now reveal what was in his heart, made Toma relax.
Have you ever seen Monet's paintings from up close? They're gatherings of colors. The full paintings can't be conveyed by selecting just one of the Impressionist colors. It's hard to make something clear and limited, lacking words, so...
So you want me to use my words to express the picture within you?
His voice was awfully irritated. The man who was once his brother made himself smaller and shorter.
Oh, I get it. You actually believe that the inexpressible delusions within your head are something wonderful, don't you?
That's not...
The hesitation made Morichika Haruki sneer.
It ain't much. Nothing within you is that special.
The next moment, Morichika Toma charged him with a canine look. Morichika Haruki, fragile as he was, could do nothing but collapse on the snowy path. His intelligent exterior collapsed, and he clawed at Haruki's coat like a beast unable to speak. Morichika Toma looked like he wanted to talk back, but the inexpressible something he wanted to present never materialized as words.
You poor boy. You're such a poor boy.
The raging winds made his hair hit his cheeks. The leafless black trees shook as they howled. Poor boy, poor boy, poor boy. Endless snow fell from the gray skies above. Poor boy, poor boy, poor boy. Poor boy, poor boy, poor boy. Eventually, the two stood up and walked through the fresh, snowy landscape.
All right.
Less.
Do we want to go back and get the other two bad ends
That's-
before we get the good end?
Do you want to do that? We'll do that if you feel like it, since we hit a...
So we can finish on a high note.
So we can finish on a...
That's one of the things that always bugs me with VNs when I get it right the first time, if there's multiple routes,
Mm-hmm.
and then you end up finishing up by collecting all the saddest and worst outcomes for everybody,
Yep.
and then that just kind of sucks, and it's like, oh, I had like the emotional closure moment at the beginning, and then I ended up getting slowly emotionally unraveled,
I think it's
and then
because
the game
most
was
of the time
over.
you're supposed to struggle through all the bad ends first and
Yeah.
then find that. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Natsume, help! I tried to ask the ghost of Natsume Souichirou for help, but he was nowhere to be found. I'm gonna disappear. Please stop. The illusion's cruel hand wiped away the majesty of the grave.
Goodbye. Oh, no, just go for it.
Goodbye.
Hey, Natsume?
There, the nuisance is gone now. Let's go back, Haruki.
Morichika, what's going on? Was Natsume here?
He disappeared.
What? So Mamiya is out to hurt Natsume and us?
They're illusions. If we want to know what's up, all we can do is ask them.
Alright, I'll talk to Toma. I'll tell him to stop trying to hurt you. But man, I really didn't want to find this out at Natsume's grave.
I'm sorry, Tojo.
They hung their heads and supported each other as their miserable shadows fell on the empty graveyard.
Sorry for getting you involved.
A sense of loss overcame them. A sun with no place to go glared at them from behind the clouds.
Oh my, you sure are close. Very well, if you don't intend to sleep, why not talk to me?
Make a pact with me.
What?
I want you to stop doing awful things to Morichika.
Hold on, I just don't look at the bottle of pills behind my back. What? Say what now?
A judging stare hit Tojo Minato.
And you will take his place, will you? You're saying you can be the outlet for my sense of loss? Yeah. Oh, is he that important to you? You don't get it. More than that, I just don't want to see you get hurt.
Instead of replying, the woman simply let out a delighted chuckle.
You're fine with anything as long as it's MAMIYA, right? No, it's not that simple. You don't understand a damn thing.
Saying that like a curse, Niigaki Mayuri raised her head.
Are you sure about this? I really don't think you can endure it.
Morichika Haruki remembered his exchange with Tojo Minato. Haruki didn't understand his brother, while Minato didn't understand Mayuri. However, if they switched the adults they dealt with, they would certainly find good memories of each. They would most likely withstand being switched as their stress outlets.
Is that something an ex-nurse should say? That's exactly why I'm saying it. Go and get bedded. Huh?
Niigaki Mayuri's suggestion to Morichika Haruki was a crazy one.
Here's a list of customers. They're regulars, so they'll be gentle. Wait, no, I'm not getting this at all. What? You said you'll be Minato's replacement, right? Did you seriously plan to make Tojo do something like this? Yes.
He knew her cold words were not to be taken at face value. However, at the same time, he could sense that the hatred in her eyes was by no means fake.
Fucking. Alright.
For now, he had no choice but to accept the list. Why would you do this? Within a few weeks, Tojo Minato became emaciated.
I don't like you being healthy.
Morichika Toma diligently fed him soup with a spoon. With the pretense that it was to prevent him from falling down the stairs again, Tojo Minato was locked away.
I don't want you walking around without my knowledge. I don't want you learning new things without my knowledge. I want your pale and boring world to only ever shine from the things that I give you.
Toma, this is not right.
Not right, but haven't you seen this coming ever since you presented me with that pact?
Tojo Minato deeply regretted the pact he'd made to save his friend. This is not right. It wouldn't be long before he'd also lose his mind. Outside the window he'd grown so tired of seeing, he anticipated a future of inevitable doom. And this future came faster than expected.
Minato, stop!
Shut up.
Stop!
This doesn't even begin to match what you did to me. Hey. Come on, speak up.
He kicked away the bloody defender, making him regain consciousness.
What were you planning to do to Haruki?
Something that you can't solve.
The flame of his life was guttering out.
No one can replace a brother.
As the room's temperature dropped, Tojo Minato was simultaneously overcome by regret and a deep fatigue.
I became just like them. I don't want to be alone. I want someone to share my sins with.
He opened the door and found a scrawny naked man holding down an old woman.
Toe?
Let's go, we gotta kill.
Dragging the clothes neatly placed on the floor, he kicked away the sheets and rushed out of the room.
The hell are you saying?
I killed Toma.
Huh? Huh?
What do? I killed Toma. There's no going back from this. It's over.
Tojo!
That's why. You should also kill Miss Niigaki.
There's no way!
I'll help you.
Saying that, he tightly grasped his colorless hand.
Become like me.
The hand was as strong as the one that held the knife that killed the man's brother. The room was full of the scent of fatigue and perfume. Tojo Minato took in the smell, then squinted his eyes.
Miss Niigaki, it's been a while.
You! Why are you...
He easily overpowered the woman and pushed her down to the floor.
Morichika, hurry.
The sharp order echoed through the room.
Tojo, I can't just...
Do it.
The voice became stricter as well as more desperate.
Do it, Morichika, hurry.
The blade pierced Niigaki Mairi's body. Blood splattered all over. The brain was pulsating. A shriek.
Mayuri,
She's still alive. Pull out the knife.
Niigaki Mairi had lost the power to resist, so he let her go and ran up to Morichika Haruki.
I can't!
Really? That makes me feel bad for her. What a poor girl. Maybe I should finish her off myself.
No. I'll do it.
All right.
As Tojo Minato watched over him with cold eyes, the last act had begun. By this point, the room had filled with the scent of blood, unpleasantly tickling the nostrils of the living.
We gotta run.
Morichika Haruki didn't argue against that. He felt that they had to turn themselves in. Though they may have been unable to bear their suffering, a crime was a crime.
Let's run, Morichika.
However, he didn't say anything. Morichika Haruki brought his bloodied hands closer to Tojo Minato.
It's cold.
They crouched down to keep warm.
It's so cold.
Morichika, I'm here with you.
Tojo Minato called his name over and over. His voice was shaking, but he was still able to act brave, because Morichika Haruki's hands were frighteningly cold.
It's okay, Morichika.
Tojo Minato had only now realized that Haruki Morichika was naturally gifted as someone others wanted to care for. As long as someone was gentle to him, they could remain strong and firm.
I will protect you.
Before the day was out, the two had disappeared from Tokyo. It seemed as though the trip from a while ago was a dry run for this one. Their sinful hands never lit any warming flames.
Burned black. The ending where Tojo Minato, aren't you just tired of being nice?
Don't you just want to go ape shit?
Don't you just want to go ape shit? Jesus Christ.
We listened last time.
We listened last time, so this time we're gonna start telling him how he should live his life.
Yeah.
Don't you think you should become more free?
Huh?
It feels that as you are now, you can't do what you truly want, and feel restricted because of it. I heard him let out a long sigh as if suppressing his irritation.
So what do you want me to do, huh?
You should forgive and be more accepting of yourself. And after all, what lies ahead is a freedom where you can live life at ease.
Freedom, huh?
That whispered word made me wonder what expression he was making.
Maybe you're right.
He scratched his neck as though the turtleneck was pressing on it too hard.
Yeah, maybe.
Following the sound of him standing up, the curtain was parted.
Hey, you want to go for a walk?
He'd left his cigarettes on the table. We crossed the hotel hallway and walked up the emergency stairs. He said he wanted to go up to the off-limits rooftop, then opened a window and stuck his body out. This is dangerous. You could fall.
Oh, looks like you may be able to sneak up on the roof of the neighboring building, though.
With a mischievous smile, he asked me if I'd go. It was a smile I hadn't seen in a while. He looked like he was having fun.
Can't believe you actually came along. For a woman, you got some balls, huh?
I thought I was gonna die. He smiled, letting his coat dance in the wind as the moon shone down on us. He was smiling so much it actually felt unusual.
You want me to be free, huh?
Yes?
I see.
It was early sunrise, the coldest hour of the day. The sun rose and lit up the cheerful smile he had on his face. The young man went to the other side of the fence and bent himself forward at the edge of the rooftop. What are you doing? That's dangerous. Come back. A cold wind pierced my skin while the fence made a chilling metallic sound.
In my mind, freedom is the right to let these hands go.
He raised his leg beyond the fence. It felt like the wind could take his frail body at any moment. Please don't. I cried out and grasped his hand through the fence. I'm sorry, I didn't know you felt that way. I'm sorry for saying that. I kept desperately shouting as I clung to him. Morishika Haruki, somewhat perplexed, went over the fence and came back to safety.
Whoa, is that really something to cry about?
Of course it is. Do you have any idea about the gravity of what you just did?
Yeah, I was just messing. My bad.
After saying that, he patted my head like he would when being gentle to any passing woman.
My bad.
He spoke with a restrained voice of resignation.
Anyway, hey, look, the sky, it's so pretty, huh?
After a moment, he put a hand on my shoulder and made me raise my head. It really is. The dawn break as it appeared from this rooftop was a beautiful sight, and we watched it in silence. The early morning breeze then brought some of the worst cold the day had to offer. Chew.
Man, what an unsexy sneeze. Well, guess you're not dressed to stay out here too long, huh? Come on, let's go.
Okay. Hey, Haruki.
Oh, what?
Let's do our best tomorrow. Let's give all we can to live.
Sure.
There was a brief shadow over his smile. I could tell it was full of disappointment. Almost as if he was saying, so even you can only talk of freedom in the moral sense. You don't have the slightest clue about the freedom I actually want.
What's wrong? You'll catch a cold if you stay there.
Oh, right. I went down to the hotel's window the same way I did last time. I turned around expecting him to do the same. But then I was overcome by an ominous feeling. Huh? Morishika Haruki was looking up at me from a distance. Wait, looking up? Why was he below me? Why was he falling? Morishika! He wanted to be free, but he realized that this simple wish could never be fulfilled anywhere in this land. As he fell, Morishika Haruki had a smile on his face.
Well, that was uplifting.
Yeah, glad we did these first.
Yeah, I'm so you know what? I'm kind of with you. I'm glad we did these ones first rather than sitting on them for a while and doing them after the happy ones.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see you next time for what might be the end of Haruki Route.
It presumably must be.
It feels like it's coming to a conclusion,
Yeah.
so we'll see. Anyway. Huh. I thought I had something to say at the episode, but I didn't.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.